Welcome everybody to the first WNHL Super Sunday. We have the Crown Room Kings versus the Atlas Steelers. The fundraiser goes to the Big Brothers Big Sisters of South Niagara for the Crown Room Kings and the Pope Francis Fund for Young Mothers for the Atlas Steelers. Scott, what do you think about today's matchup?
Hold on. First of all, that's not how you introduce me. First of all, I'm here with the two-time WNHL All-Star champion, the two-time King Street Cup champion, and the future first ballot Hall of Famer. You heard of the kid. You know what I did. Scotty Legend in the building, in the Meridian Center tonight. We got the Kings. We got the Steelers. Kelly, I am stoked. I can't wait for this. Our first WNHL Super Sunday. The Kings undefeated so far in the early goings of the season, taking on might be their rivals, the Atlas Steelers. I'm looking forward to a good game. Steelers haven't come up yet against the Kings. Hopefully tonight's the night.
Now, Scott, I'm really glad you got all dressed up tonight and really followed the wardrobe protocol. Lots of chains, lots of bling, but you are two-time champion as Scotty Scumbag. Now, let's break down the Atlas Steelers. They've got more Fawn Hillers than a Range Rover dealership. And ultimately, what are you breaking down their roster? How do you feel who's going to be a threat out there?
Listen, we know, like we've talked about many times, the Steelers are a top talent team and they're full of Fawn Hill. But is that too soft? Does that softness on the Fawn Hill side come into play? It might be a factor. We got players like John Campbell and Mark Doyle who aren't necessarily defensive stalwarts, who aren't a fan of coming over their own blue line, but will be floating around looking for the breakout passes anytime. They're a soft team, quick strike. They could end you just like that.
Now, the Crown Room Kings with their new GM, Rob Foster, he looks like Jesus, and by the looks of it, he drafts like Jesus because that team is undefeated going into this Super Sunday. So, thoughts on the Crown Room Kings?
Just a stacked roster. When you look up and down the roster, it is the who's who of WNHL. We got first round draft picks. We have first overall draft picks on the team. We have a good Club Champlain representation on the team, and even in the late rounds, they picked up Bozak and Paco. Couple character guys, couple guys that can bring you over the top to victory. Just a real wagon out there, real threat to the WNHL and the Atlas Steelers.
One person I'm looking forward to on the Crown Room Kings is Henry Weens. Overall last year, moved his draft status, but has really hit the bench, hit the gym, lost a lot of weight. He looks good this year. I'm looking forward to what he's going to bring out to the ice this evening. Yeah,
slim, trim, Henry Weens. Unheralded, like you said, last overall draft pick. Didn't sit well with him. Spent the offseason getting in shape, getting the wheels ready. Looks great out there in the early going. Could be a whole new season. Could be the comeback player of the year for Henry Weens.
Well, we look forward to the first Super Sunday with the Atlas Steelers versus the Crown Room Kings. We're going to then send things down for pregame with Billy between the benches.
Howdy, folks. I'm going to come visit some of these players on the Steelers here. Looks like we got Henry Weens here. Who's your nemesis on the other team over here?
Dino. You don't want to get dangled by Dino.
You don't want to get dangled by Dino. Nobody does. Yeah, I'm sure there's a couple ladies out there in the pizza scene that probably want to get dangled by Dino. Hey, if you're stuck on a desert island with any player from the WNHL, who would it be?
All right, Scott, we got the first WNHL Super Sunday. Kings versus Steelers. What do you think?
With crowds approaching double digits, we go down to ice level for the opening faceoff.
We got Colin Nunn playing aggressively, passes it out to Corey Hutchison, 78 around the net.
Hutchison's going to drive end-to-end on this. He's going to hold on to the puck longer than he held on to his faux hawk. He's going to drive hard to the net, but Young's going to shut the door early.
Mark Doyle with the drive to the net. Colin Nunn says, hey, I'll try to play defense since no one else is. Long comes 22 with a Henry Weens whiff. Scott, let's look at the different angle. What are you seeing here?
Well, if Nunner's going to play defense, Hutchison's going to lay his modeling career on the line and play goalie, showing us his best Mark LaForest impression.
Yeah, I'm here with the Kings. We're going to get some interviews from them, talk to some of these players. There's a couple of unfamiliar faces. I've never really talked to a few of these guys, so I might try to pick their brains and see what they're up to. Well, here I am with number 94 on the Kings. You want to identify yourself to the viewers at home?
Yeah, I'm Dino Dangalina Madalena.
So, Dino, Do you like Billy Joel or Elton John?
I'm more of a Elton John guy myself. I identify more with him.
Who's your nemesis on the other team?
The other team right now, it's currently that guy in the penalty box. Don't really know his name. But he gave me some hard nipple chafe on that last play, and I can't forget that.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. A nipple chafe is pretty rough.
Mark Doyle keeps the pressure on. Shot on Colin Nunn.
He's going to scoop up his rebound, lay it out front to Frankie Morrow, and he's going to get stopped by Nunn. I haven't seen double trouble like that since Lindsay Lohan in The Parent Trap.
Mark Doyle comes around, tosses a saucer over Billy Crum. John Campbell from Frankie Morrow. John Campbell scores and then collides into the boards. He looks injured. He looks stunned, but he is a true goal scorer. Scott, let's break it down to the next angle. What are you seeing here?
You're seeing some great Fawn Hill give and go. They work that trifecta like a slice of Massimo's and a can of Coke with the $20 you stole from your mom's purse.
Here we go. Point shot coming in. Neil Bond with the tip. Young with the save.
Bojo's going to scoop up this loose puck and write himself a prescription for more goals.
Hey, I'm going to talk to this guy here. Number 76 on the Kings. I never see, it's a new face, you know? So you want to identify yourself to the viewers on YouTube?
I'm Kyle Bojo, and yeah, first season, rookie year. That's about it.
You got a goal tonight, so that's a contributing member of the. I mean, I think you probably have more goals than most of my seasons, to be honest with you.
Kings just pouring it on here.
Homeless Jesus Rob Foster walking on frozen water. He's going to turn rubber into goals and tie the game up at 2.
Boyo Boychuk snipes a rocket over the shoulder of Anthony Young to give the Kings a 3-2 lead.
This is a beauty. He took Young straight to Snipe City, showing his best Lee Harvey Oswald impression.
He's right now. This guy, what he's doing is he's coordinating the team in the time of attack. Folks, I'm here with number 47, Foster, Robbie Foster. He's the GM of the Crown Room Kings. What's on the line tonight for tonight's game? You know, what's the charity and stuff like that we're here for?
Well, we're playing for the Big Brothers Big Sisters of South Niagara. So yeah, we're happy to do them proud and represent them well out here.
Corey Hutchison right off the faceoff makes Mike Podio and Jay Tom look like a pylon.
He's showing that Champlain skill, walks Mike Podio. Jay Tom shows indifference to the goal.
It's like Jay Tom's not even on the team.
His name is Pete.
Peter Nunn.
His name is Peter Nunn.
Peter Nunn.
Do you think your pucks are deep enough tonight?
They can always go deeper.
Elton John or Billy Joel?
Oh, God. I think Elton John.
Taco Bell or Arby's?
Taco Bell.
Alcohol or weed?
Weed.
Kings getting the pucks deep, just like Peter Nunn said. Anthony Young looks around. Hey, there's their best player. Sean Boychuk will give it to you.
He gave that away like he's the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but he fleed back to the net to make the save.
You wanted it.
You like the hi-hat or the bass?
Get that out of here.
This is what I think about stripes. They're always these guys. They say they don't want to be a part of it, but then they're always the ones making the difference. They're always the ones that want to be part of the show, but they won't admit it. You know what I mean? Are we still calibrated? Calibrated? Calabrese? What a breeze. Smell like cheese on the breeze.
As time ticks down, the horn sounds and the Kings continue their undefeated season at this WNHL Super Sunday with a 4-2 win. All the proceeds go to Big Brothers Big Sisters of South Niagara. Scott, what are your thoughts?
I love to see the good handshake line, good sports, standing ovation from the 3 people left in attendance. Just a great night for everyone involved.
My goodness, we were treated to an excellent game for the first WNHL Super Sunday.
Really was.
It ends up being the Crown Room Kings come out 4-2. So heading into the third period, it was 2-2. Scott, I need your post-game analysis on this.
Listen, the Steelers had them. They scored the first goal. They had the Kings on the ropes. They couldn't finish. They let the Kings hang around. 2-2 to end the second period. Things were looking great. What happens? Boychuk, potential first overall draft pick, first round talent, scores just a ridiculous goal, a beauty, puts them ahead, gives them the confidence they need. They add one more, finalized it. Tough goal for the Steelers. They were in it for a good mix, but Crown Room Kings stay undefeated. Just a real wagon here in the WNHL.
I know the Atlas Steelers really wanted this game, but if you look at the penalty list, they just couldn't stay out of the sin bin. That was one of the main reasons. Breakdown of some of their undisciplined play.
Discipline was a problem for the Steelers. There's no doubt about it. We had a couple. I think there was a slash. We had a holding the stick on an offensive play, driving the net. Steelers end up with a penalty on their own offensive play. Undisciplined plays cost the Steelers tonight. Something that GM Campbell's going to have to focus on. Going to have to talk to the team, get them sorted out a little bit.
All right, we're going to send things off here at the Meridian Center, but the most important part of the Super Sunday is that the Crown Room Kings have raised over $1,400 for the Big Brothers Big Sisters of South Niagara. So I want to thank everyone who donated and all the other teams and players that helped supported the Super Sunday. We had almost 25 fans out tonight.
Wild. That might be a record. It should. We just want to point out that it was not just the Kings. It was the Steelers and the Kings who both ran the donations up this month. Just a great job. Set us up. Really set the bar for the WNHL Super Sundays. We got 2 more to go. Teams are going to have a bar to set. They're gonna have to meet it at least.
Check out your WNHLwelland.ca for more information on upcoming Super Sundays. Thanks a lot, and we'll talk to you soon.